Good evening. I'm Bob McGrath. I'm the director of the show. This is John Moran, the composer and the author. We just wanted to, reestablish that this is in fact a work in progress for, we were getting it ready to take it up to the Serious Fun Festival where it's a larger space and so some things, slides and set pieces were designed for a larger space. So, we beg your indulgence on going with us on this. John, because it is a work in progress, has written some new scenes, some new music, subtracted some other stuff. So, and that's been great that we have been able to have that opportunity. We really like to thank PS-122 for the opportunity to do that. And John wanted to...
The music tonight is on tape. It's live. It's scored for live musicians for samplers, tape decks, piano, and viola. Here we're at the end of the workshop, and I almost have all the music written. So, and once again, we really want to thank PS and this opportunity. This has been really incredibly helpful. If we'd have taken it up the way it was when we came into here, if we'd have gone right in with that, it would have been okay, but it wouldn't have been half as focused as we wanted it to be. So that's very valuable. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Steve McGarrett. I head up the Department of Special Investigations on the islands, commonly referred to as Five-0. Now, as you know, Five-0 has been conducting a long and exhaustive account for this investigation of the events leading up to the arrest and withholding of the current 5 defendants in this case. My correspondent in this investigation to the right of me has confirmed this report, and all current investigations may following. Now, based on theories and statements drawn from this investigation, we have released a theory based on the conclusions of these statements. Now, people, there is really a lot of background information surrounding this case, so we ask that you please save all of your questions until the end. We wouldn't have any half-soaked information sneaking its way to the wire before this morning's bedtime, now would we, gentlemen? The quicker we can establish the evidence in this case, the sooner we can start answering some of your questions. Hello there, sailor of this sector. And that these 7 incredible murders being some of the most bizarre, savage, and nightmarish episodes in the recorded annals of crime. Okay, Duke. Lights, please.
Chief, am I glad to see you, Chief. You were right. It's tough to be a chief of police in this town.
You're darn right it is. And Charlie, I came to warn you. The murderers are in this neighborhood. They're wearing black hats, French folks with the collars carved out. And when you see them together, you can't miss them. One is bright and smart, and the other one is stupid.
He's been about you.
Oh. Here you are. See any suspicious looking characters around here, Charlie, just let me know.
Oh, I will.
My God. Steve! My God, Dano. I have coffee every morning.
And a cup of coffins every night. Isn't that how the saying goes, Steve?
All right, Dano, what have we got here?
6 altogether, Steve. 1 in the driveway, 2 in Moran, and these 2 here by the couch. Looks like a real party.
Tim!
Cleaning woman made the report to boss. Says she got here, about 8:30 for work. Saw this, called the police. Saw the boy out front on the way in.
Says the house belongs to one Roman Polanski,
Oh, yes.
the film director.
I know, Dano. That's why this one's gonna be all over our hair by noon. Especially the way those reporters are out there gathering at the gate. I want this area sealed off tight. No one, I mean nobody, gets in here without official police business. Tim, get Jay from the lab down here right away. Then you and Kono check out the area. See if anybody heard anything. Something like this must have made quite a bit of noise, don't you think, Tim?
Right, boss.
What's your impression of this madness, Dano?
Definitely more than one. Probably not a professional hit. Too sloppy. Duke's lifting prints from all over the door there and out by the patio. I found this knife stuck over here in the couch. From the look things I'd say. Drugs?
I wouldn't rule out drugs as a possibility here, Dano. But I'm getting a different feeling about this one. I'm getting a different feeling from this one entirely.
Penny for your thoughts, Steve.
I was just remembering something from the academy, Dano. Even when you're distracted, the watch on your wrist is functioning accurately and unaffected. It's probably the only thing, too. But there are spaces in the day when you cannot help but yield to the thousands of empty species there reflecting you, drifting and dissolving across these beautiful islands. It's funny how we set up systems to protect our own species, even though we have all lacked compassion, at least from one time to another, and or now are distracted. I should have known the day that I took this plane from the academy, that I would be there, and that something would drag me away from the carpet, from being traffic at the academy, and that I would still be there, riding those ponies, in the crisp, in my shivers, at the crack of dawn, bugle instructor blowing his horn out the window. Get off of there, get off of there. Get off of what? Old man? What's your impression of this madness, Steno? Cleaning woman made report, boss. Units are constantly malfunctioning, constantly being scattered all over and across these islands from every possible direction. Only a fool chows down in the tar pit that you find in the book, hanging around every corner.
But Steve, how else would you know you'd sent the right man in? Man in tragedy. No one could have guessed that one out.
I know, Dano. I know. But on every cop's heart it is emblazoned. To be respectful of the tragedy is to be law enforcement. Rush towards that wound, it'll come at you all by itself. How else would you know you had sent the right men into tragedies, boats overturning? We all know that underneath our smoldering father, these islands are a pressure cooker just waiting to happen. The lower the level of man's descent, my friend, the lower the level of his descent. How else would you know you had sent the right men into tragedies, boats overturning, and crowds of undead, unwanted passengers? No, Dano. That kind of a system only breeds chaos. I think we're looking for a group here, Dano. But not your average brand of street asylums or junk pushers, no. I think we're looking for something a lot more far out on this one. This kind of a scene could only be the work of a truly psychotic unit.
But Steve, how does that fit in with the idea that this is a group activity?
That's what worries me on this one, Dano, and that's what I want to find out. All right, I want to book on every one of these people. I want to know who their friends are, their business associates, bank statements, anything at all that will help us find a motive in whatever Che finds out on my desk in top priority, Dano. Why
The past lasts.
Hello.
Well, how was your first day in court, honey? You are every bit the attractive modern woman.
Oh, I know, but women are so fragile.
What's wrong?
Oh, I just don't think I'm cut out for this jury duty. I mean, I get so nervous in front of that judge, I just start sweating and babbling, and I don't know what to do, what to say, or what to think.
Take the load off now. You just have a rest while I give you a little piece of advice my daddy gave me when I was a weak woman. Now, the next time you're standing there in front of that judge and you're feeling all flustered and bothered, why, you just look him straight in the eye and you imagine that he's got nothing on but his underwear. Big baggy underwear with big pink polka dots. And then you just imagine how intimidating he is.
Oh, honey, you're so placid. I love you.
Oh, I love you, sweetheart.
It's 22nd day of October, 1958. Please seated. Charles Miles Manson, this court found you guilty on 2 counts of grand theft auto, possession of stolen property, and transporting firearms over the state line. Not to mention these other various parole violations. Now, you and I have been through this before, Charles, and I hope that the time you spent in Kentucky would have gotten a message through to you about what kind of road you've got yourself on. But here we are. Ed, what are we here for, man? Okay. Charles Miles Manson, you are hereby ordered to serve a sentence in the Florida State Penitentiary in Miami for a period of no less than 3 years, for no more than 5 years, to begin immediately this sentence. You're a 3-time loser now, Charles. Let's hope that we don't have to see each other over this bench again.
Looks pretty good from up here, shoulder bone.
Yeah, you would too, Bracelet.
I can look any motherfucking place I want to in this room. I own it. You understand, white earth friend? And I can take it from anything that I want it. Yeah. Something I was saying, it is looking from up here. Save! Yeah! I think Maysby's. I'll cramp up a little bit before dinner time. I'm thinking out loud. As I was crucifying! Yes!
they know there's always another one coming along to take their place. So it's like one of them gives his life so that his brother can live.
Yeah. And that's how they know love than people do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Susan Atkins. And you? Look at this. Charlie? Charlie? Charlie, 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 Charlie!
What, woman?
It's not coming, it's not coming back.
What's not? What?
The karma and shit. And I wanted to be with everybody and everybody else.
All right, just hold it. Now, I can't talk to a girl who can't speak English. Now what?
I was trying to get through, but I couldn't. And I wanted to come back, but it wasn't coming back. And I couldn't see anybody or anything and all that shit. And I wanted to be with everybody and with you and stuff, but I couldn't get through all the layers that are all
Well,
over.
good motherfucking morning, Petunia Brain. It's nice to finally meet you in this bitchin' new ensemble you got on here. Now, what is it that I have been saying to you over and over all of this time? Those layers are your goddamn programming, cunt! It's a fear, women! You're afraid of every cycle, ladies, and it keeps you in your graves. Now, do you see this? This is a perfect example of what I was just talking about. You see this? Here we are. We're all over here sharing things and learning things and loving things. And this chick is feeling freaked out because she can't feel a part of the group. She's complaining about all her layers and shit. When I asked her what's wrong, she says she's too programmed to come back. Whatever that means. Oh, I guess you must mean back to yourself or something. Is that what you meant? What makes you think I care if you never came back? What the hell makes you think anybody even noticed that you were here in the first place? You know, I am getting so fucking tired of having to come take care of you every 5 minutes for the last 2 years. And I could do without your pathetic whining for a while, too. I think we all could. But you sure as hell know none of these creeps are going to help you out, Red. They can't even see past their own shadows. Long enough to have any actual contact with anybody. They're all too busy stepping on each other like a bunch of cooped up chickens. Just to suck on my dick or something. To get to me. You assholes would buy and sell each other if you thought to get my attention for a minute. And then you walk around here and you talk about love. Love of what, huh? Love of brother? Love of brother? Huh? You rejects don't give a fuck about your brother. Or your sister. Only give a fuck about Charlie, because Charlie's who you're whoring your life to sleep with. Charlie's who you could feed on. To give to Charlie. Well, I don't want your fucking lives. I don't want your problems or your weaknesses. I'd be happier just living out there. With the animals. They're not all living in their weaknesses out there. They're the only things left in the world that haven't sold their souls for greed. They're the only things in the world like me. They don't screw up their world. And they only kill on commandment. You people kill everything. You kill your environment, you kill each other. I can't help it. I mean, you don't mean to. But it's in your programming. Your programmers were programmed, and just like you, they were born to be programmable. Now that's why I stay around here with you weirdos. I mean, for God's sake, you kill each other if I didn't stand in the way all the time. Huh? That's why I got us in this place. We could all stay together. So I can stop you guys from killing each other. That's my job. To spread everything around. And make make sure you all get your fucking share. Now, you all give love to me and nobody else. So I stay around and make sure it gets dealt back out evenly. And that way maybe y'all be satisfied and there can be some fucking peace. Like the coyotes had. Or like the snakes had with the scorpions. Some fucking peace, huh? Now, don't you know you can be part of this family anytime you want to? Come here. All you gotta do is leave your fear at the door. Or outside, or whatever. Or with your fucking mama. Ain't that right, Tex? Leave it with your fucking mama.
No shit, Charlie.
Hey, you look like an old man right now, Charlie.
Yeah, I was just thinking that too.
Me too, all at the same time. How does it work like that, Charlie?
Well, you ever heard of speaking in tongues? It's like that, only in reverse.
Is that what it is you want? Is that what I've kept on to?
to do to get to the truth has to be sneaky. It seems a shame to sneak to get to the truth. To make the truth such an evil, dirty, old, nasty thing. You gotta sneak to get to the truth. The truth is condemned. The truth is in the gas chamber. The truth has been in your stockyards, your slaughterhouses. The truth has been in your reservations. Building your railroads, emptying your garbage. The truth has been in your ghettos, and your jails, and your young love, not in your courts or your Congress, where the old set judgment on the young. What the hell do the old know about the young? You put a picture of old George on you that he's your father, worship him. Look at the madness that goes on. You can't prove anything that happened yesterday. Now is the only thing that's real. You can try to prove that tomorrow is an ocean, but it's not the same ocean, it's a different ocean. It's a different world. Yesterday is quicksand. Columbus never gets here. He leaves us stranded on the hillside of our lives, looking down and saying, I never wanted to be created in the past. Like I do. And you could try to remember what happened yesterday, but it'd take you all day. And then it'd be tomorrow, and it'd still be today. You can find out you can't go in any direction for fear that you might slip off the edges of your life. Into what? What would you slip off into if you slipped off your life? Do you know? You think it could be death? You think it went too far with an opinion or an idea that it would lead you over the edge of what you've always known to be your life? Into death? What you assume to be death? And do you think it could be fear of death that keeps you from traveling on to find new horizons? From having new experiences of living? Seeing new points of view? Everybody's excuse is that it makes you crazy to live like that, but I can never trust anyone who wasn't open to a new point of view. Could you? How can you speak the truth if you're afraid of new reality? A new reality is a new life, a life that's been born again, born anew. By going where? Into death? True love casts out all fear. If you're afraid of me and what I'm saying, then there's something wrong with you. I am only a reflection of you and what you have in your heart. Look down at me, you see a fool. You look up at me, you see your savior. But look me straight in the eye, and you'll see yourself. I'm nothing more than a reflection of you in the world you helped to create. Are you your mother's child, or do you still have the balls to come in with me and face the love you were born with? Well, the only way you're going to do it is by coming to the now. God lives in the now. In every moment, he wears a brand new face, just like I do. Perfection always changes its appearance. You want to communicate with your true love, God's self, Savior Christ, soul being? You got to live in the now. Animals know the now. Animals only know the now. And they live in a total state of awareness. They know how to use fear to their advantage. It keeps them awake. It helps them run fast. It makes instant decisions. It tells them the truth. The whole big reason the whole world is so afraid of death is at the moment of death you can't help but know the truth about yourself. See yourself for what you really are. Not what you'd like to be, or what your friends have always told you that you are. The truth. You ever heard of the expression, your life passing before your eyes? Well, I wonder how many people have ever given that kind of an idea very much thought. But it's your judgment day. It's not my judgment day. I've had my judgment day. The things have been happening all over the world. The Iron Cross is far and above and beyond the cross of wood. Just get me to the desert with my love. I'll be hanging out our laundry on it. They have no right to push their opinions on us because they've never had any truthful experience to learn from. They're all speaking like IBM machines, repeating what they've been told to feel, what will keep them in line. Remember how I said the past was like quicksand? Well, I prove my point by showing you your parents. They're all holding on to some long-dead reality they call the American dream. The American dream is the white man's dream. And he's holding on so tight he can't even see his own ideals are rotting in his streets in front of his house. Whitey's dream is rotting in his prisons and in his ghettos. But it doesn't seem to matter much because who's in jail? Who lives in the ghetto? Not the white man, I'll tell you that. And old Blackie looks around inside the prisons and inside the ghettos and he says, why do I have to carry a burden of a dream that isn't even mine? You know? Now, I have no bad going on in any direction, man, but just look at the facts. How much longer do you think the black man's going to empty your garbage? How many times is he going to get his ass whipped for voicing an opinion? Get kicked in the teeth every time he asks for his freedom? Until he decides to just take what he wants, what he knows he's worked for. And just how generous do you think old Whitey's ever really going to get? Now, I don't know. Isn't that what revolutions are made of? And you wait till when Helter Skelter's down in our fucking heads, you project it back onto me. You project your violence onto me. Well, it's not my violence. I didn't write the music. The music says rise. The music says kill. All I got to do to hear it is open up my heart and my mind. I'm able to do that because I live in the now. You'd be amazed at all the things you've been missing by living in the past the way you little creeps do. Well, the only way you're going to stop missing everything all the time and start actually living your own life is to come to the now. Your parents will tell you you're crazy to live like that. But I gave up my life 2,000 years ago. I got nothing to lose by facing the truth like they do. They've all got lives to protect from the harsh realities of life. I ain't never had a life. I don't even have a name. But that's all right by me because I can change my name for every blessed moment. That way I'm always the one who's needed by the situation. That's how I'm able to do everything. And that's how come I'm always right there. And that's why I can't fuck the way I do. You know? I live in the awareness of the now. And with every situation, my awareness shifts to a new position. I could be a rock, as soon as I could be a scorpion. I could be a cup of coffee, or a lighthouse.
All these old angels are going to print desk. I got these all right, then. Might need some help with one out front.
Fucking pigs! You're all gonna die for this! Your churches have no meaning anymore. Your family unit has completely fallen apart. Everything you've based your society on is dead. Wake up! I'm minute, man! And you, look at this.
McGarrett? What the fuck, woman?
McGarrett, my life has been a total fucking shambles. I mean, for the past 5 years, I've been bouncing from man to man, taking acid every day, working as a stripper, and all that shit. And then I met Charlie, and all the isolation and stuff. And I've been trying to get away from the family and from him, but I can't get past all the layers that are all over on me.
Well, welcome to reality, you drugged out hippie. It's nice to finally meet you in this beautiful new ensemble you've got on here. What is it that I have been saying to you kids ever since I picked you up at that ranch? Those layers are Charlie's programming, Sadie. It's your fear. You're so afraid of Charlie. You're so afraid of him, and that's what keeps you in your graves. And then you walk around that ranch, and you talk about love. Love of what? Love of what, Susan? Love of mankind? You kids slaughtered innocent human beings. Total strangers for what? For love? Don't you know that you can join this society anytime you want to? All you have to do is leave your fear at the door or back at the ranch. It keeps you away from your life. I want you to know your life, Susan. I mean, what was it when it was win, white, or blue?
I can't snitch. I can't change sides. They're only the family I've ever worn. Or blue. You can't possibly understand that.
But for God's sakes, why, Susan? Can't you tell me why?
Because wana, winini, wanana.
Ladies and gentlemen, because I, Ronnie Howard, broke the Tate and LaBianca case and preventing no telling how many more murders. I've been shot at, assaulted, harassed, beaten, threatened, and it's very likely and very possible that by the time you see this picture, I may be dead.
Whatever is necessary to do, you do it. When someone needs to be killed, there's no wrong. You do it. And then you move on. And you pick up a child and you move him to the desert. You pick up as many children as you can. And you kill whoever gets in your way. This is us.
Yeah, he is God. And that's why they're killing him. That's why they're hanging him. That's who they want to kill, is God. That's what the preacher wants to kill when he sits up there in his black robes and stuff. That's what the judge sits up there in his black robes and orders to death.
In other words, Christ is love. Now Charlie is love, so that makes him and Christ one.
So even if they execute him, he's still one. He's got to where he's going. And if they set him free, he's won. Either way, he's winning out.
And love is infinitely strong and infinitely mad. It's erratic and crazy. Crazy. It's soul. That's what soul is. It's this guy.
like they're standing in judgment. They can play like they stand in judgment and take you off and control the masses.
I'm ready to die
With
for
your
Charlie.
human body.
He's ready to die.
They can lock you up in penitentiaries and cages and put you on crosses as they did in the past. But it doesn't amount to anything. What they're doing is they're only persecuting a reflection of themselves. They're persecuting what they can't stand to look at in themselves. The truth. They can't stand to look at the truth in themselves. They persecute themselves. They're butchering themselves every time they go out on the freeway. They hate themselves. Look at the signs. Stop, go, turn here, turn there. You can't do this, you can't do that. You can't, you can't, you can't. This is illegal, that's illegal. Everything's illegal. The police used to watch over the people. Now they're watching the people. The president doesn't represent the people. He should be on the roadside picking up his children, but he isn't. He's in the White House sending them off to war.
If you want it, come and get it.
And you're saying I gotta pay for this again? And again and again, I gotta pay for your sins. How many times do I have to pay for your sins? I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired. And then you're saying I gotta pay for this again? And again, I gotta pay for your sins. How many times do I have to pay for your sins? I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired. And then you're saying I gotta pay for this again? And again, I gotta pay for your sins. How many times do I have to pay for your sins? I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired.
Okay, let's move ahead. Susan, we were at the Spawn Ranch on the date of August 8th, 1969.
Yes,
Susan, is this a picture of the vehicle that was in the driveway that night?
that is the thing I saw.
And is this a picture of the person that was in the front seat of that vehicle?
That is the thing I saw.
Susan, when you say thing, are you referring to a human being?
Yeah, human being.
I see. So, when you made your way to the ranch, is that correct?
Yes. Tex cut the screen on one of the windows. He opened the window and crawled inside. The next thing I knew, he was standing at the front door letting us into the house. She must have thought I was someone's friend, because when she looked up, she just kind of smiled and waved. It's a wave, Mother.
No, I'm your father.
No, I'm a wave. So then I forget who said it. But one of the victims said, "What are you going to do with us?" And Tex looked at you and said, "You were all going to die."
And what was the next thing that had happened?
Then Tex ordered me to go over and kill Frykowski.
And could it have been Frykowski?
It could have been Frykowski. It could have been a chair. I don't know what it was. And he said, "Please let me go. I just want to have my baby." Take a drink of water, sweetheart. I saw Tex stab Abigail Folger. And just before he stabbed her, maybe an instant before he stabbed her, she looked at him and let her arms go and looked at all of us and said, "I give up. Take me."
And what was the next thing that had happened?
Then I stabbed her once. And I knew I was talking to myself, not to her.
And what was Sharon Tate?
She was famous.
But what about Abigail Folger?
Oh, I only saw Abigail Folger on the lawn, which made Sharon and Abigail stand up so they wouldn't be choked to death, bent over falling onto the grass. I didn't see her go outside.
Susan, 51 stab wounds.
Steve, I am in prison. Then Tex ordered me to go into the house and write something on the door in one of the victims' blood. Write something that will shock the world.
What about Tex?
It was all perfect. And boy, it sure was helter-skelter, Charlie.
We have a grand jury here who'd like to be excused for just a couple of minutes.
This court will take a 15-minute recess.
Okay, Susan.
Witness is instructed to return to her seat.
Steve, they didn't even look like people. I mean, I didn't relate to Sharon Tate as being anything but a store mannequin.
You have never heard a store mannequin talk before, have you, Susan?
No, sir. But she just kept on begging and pleading and pleading, begging, and I got sick of listening to her, so I stabbed her.
And the more she screamed, the more you stabbed, is that right?
What?
The more she screamed, the more you stabbed, is that right, Susan?
What?
The more she screamed, the more you stabbed, is that right?
What?
The more she screamed, the more you stabbed, is that right, Susan?
What? What?
question. How was Charles Manson behaving when you returned to the ranch?
Charles Manson changes from second to second. He can be anybody he wants to be. He can put on any face he wants to put on at any given moment. Pig is a word used to describe the establishment. But you must understand that all words had no meaning for us, and that Helter Skelter was explained to me.
And you looked at her and you said, "Look, bitch, I have no mercy for you." Is that right, Susan?
That is correct. That is what I said then.
No further questions, Your Honor.
He's hard for me to talk about because he's so many things to me. Like, he opened me up like I was living with my dog in an apartment and having just a real go to work, go home, go shopping, go to movies, go to bed, go to work, go home, go shopping, go to movies, go to bed, go to work, go shopping, go home, go to movies, go to bed, go to work, go shopping, go home, go to movies, go to bed, go to work, go shopping, go home, go to movies, go to bed, go to work, go shopping, go home, go to movies, go to bed, go to work, go shopping, go home, go to movies, go to bed, go to work, go shopping, go home, go to movies, go to bed, go to work, go shopping, go home, go to movies, go to bed, go to work, go shopping, go home, go to movies, go to bed, go to work, go shopping, go home, go to movies, go to bed, go to work, go shopping, go home. You know, it was so routine. It was really a drag, and it was getting to me, and then, woo, he came in. And I just dropped it, you know? Whatever was happening, and took off.
do with the trial?
I'm the devil, and the devil always shaves his head.
No further questions at this time, Your Honor.
Now, witness may step down. Call the next witness, please.
Your Honor.
May I question him, Your Honor?
No, you may not. Call the next witness.
Your Honor.
Well, I'm going to defend my life one way or another. I'd like to do it with words.
If you insist on interrupting this court, I'll have no choice but to have you removed.
I'll have you removed! I've got a little system.
Mr. Manson, you are instructed to
You think I'm kidding?
Call the next witness!
Johnny! Oh, Jesus!
Justice! Somebody ought to cut your head off!
Understandable state of mind after this event. The defense moves for a mistrial.
Denied. The defendants will not prosper by their own misconduct. This court will continue. A witness may step down. Call the next witness, please.
Your Honor, the people...
May I question him, Your Honor?
No, you may not. Call the next witness.
Your Honor.
Well, I'm going to defend my life one way or another. I'd like to do it with words.
If you insist on interrupting this court, I'll have no choice but to have you removed.
I'll have
Call
you
the next
removed!
witness, Mr.
I've got a
Manson.
little system
You
here.
are instructed to silence
You think
yourself.
I'm kidding?
Call the next witness.
In the name of Christian justice! Somebody ought to cut your head off!
Due to Your Honor's understandable state of mind after this event, the defense moves for a mistrial.
Denied. The defendants will not prosper by their own misconduct. This court will continue. A witness may step down. Call the next witness, please.
Your Honor,
May I question him, Your Honor?
Now you may not. Call the next witness.
Well, I'm going to defend my life one way or another. I'd like to do it with words.
If you insist on interrupting this court, I'll have no choice but to have you removed.
I'll have you
Call the next
removed!
witness.
I've got a little system.
Mr. Manson, you are instructed to silence yourself.
Good justice! Somebody ought to cut your head off!
Silence! Silence! Order in this court! Order in this court!
Due to Your Honor's understandable state of mind after this event, the defense moves for a mistrial.
Denied. The defendants will not prosper by their own misconduct. This court will continue. The witness may step down. Call the next witness,
Your Honor,
please.
the people would like to call Officer Garfield.
You're kidding. You didn't come here to eat. You came here to hold me up.
Yeah, that's looking. Lord, I think we came here to hold them up.
My considered judgment,
Yeah,
that not only is the death penalty appropriate, but it is almost compelled by the circumstances. I must agree with the prosecutor that if this is not a proper case for the death penalty, what would be? The Department of Corrections is ordered to deliver you to the custody of the warden of the state prison of the state of California at San Quentin. To be by him put to death in the manner prescribed by law of the state of California.
The truth has not been in your courtroom. Never has been in your courtroom. All you have is confusion in your courtroom. Why do I have to stand and take the blame for your sins again? I've spent my life in jail, paying for you, so that you could ride your bicycles, have your birthday parties, have what you'd call a life. You know, I never had a life. I don't even know what life is, you know. I go to your desert, I'm not even allowed to live in your desert. I'm no good for anything except to be used as your scapegoat. I've been used every day of my life. I've been used. And when I haven't been used and I have been on the street, I've been run, chased, harassed, kicked. My ribs have been broken. You know, the same guy that gives you a traffic ticket is the same guy that knocks my brains out. He figures just because he's the man, he can get away with it because nobody's going to say anything. My daddy's not a congressman.
big crowd.